Hey there. Well, I was about ready to go to bed. I had a couple packages that I just needed to put some labels on. Today's Sunday. I was gonna get some labels on for tomorrow morning so I can get out of here real early. So I did that, and I realized that I went out thrifting yesterday, Saturday, and I didn't share the stuff with you that I bought, which was pretty rude because I kind of really want to do that. I know I'm not supposed to be thrifting, but what are you gonna do? So I just do. Um, and I figured I'd share with you what I get while I'm out. So this was what yesterday was. I think yesterday was the 8th. Yeah, yesterday was the 8th. So of July. So first thing I want to show you though is that first thing I want to show you is this gadget. I'm not sure if this is from my last haul video or if I got this yesterday or not. But it's metal. I mean, it's metal. It's got them kind of screws on the bottom. I know it's not old or nothing, but I don't know. Is it a candle holder? I don't know what it is. Is it some kind of a candle holder, or is there like a glass piece that goes down? Do you know what this thing is? I guess those are supposed to be a family. It's real heavy. I mean, it's heavy. It's metal. It's not. I don't think it's cast aluminum. I'm pretty sure it's. I'm pretty sure it's cast iron. It cost me. I paid 50 cents for it though at my neighbor's closet. So I think I got it on Friday, but it could have been on Saturday too. So I don't remember. But if you know what it is, that'd be great. So I just wanted to show you that. Just for that. I mean, if you know what a name is or who put it out or what it is, just because I don't have a clue. So and then. The first thing I really wanted to show you of what I purchased that I know I purchased is I purchased, well, I bought, how am I put this? I bought these books because, books are important. And, books they're like my favorite thing. Not, I'm just kidding. But anyway, I did buy them because I know this is going to be, it's kind of old. It's 90s. It's a complete revise for the 90s. So there's going to be things in here that just don't apply to internet kind of marketing sort of things. But that's not why I didn't really buy it for what's here. I bought it for the mindset of basically the secrets for making big profits from your small business. I bought it for the mindset because I thought maybe there'd be something in here. Even if there's one or two things in here that I could use to have a better, I don't know what's the word I want to use, a better, if nothing better, more than a better attitude towards selling, toward listing. If anything gives me a little bit more of a pump, I think I want to read it. So I have a lot of other books that I haven't read yet, so I may not even get to that. But they were cheap. They were. Well, I think they were $1 a piece, so they're cheap. So, making it in America, proven paths to success from 50 top companies, and I thought, if there's 50 companies in here that were successful at one point, and if there's anything in here that I can learn from to help me be, I'm 51 years old. You'd think, I need to learn. There's stuff I need to learn, and if I can just get one thing out of here. And I wish I would have paid more attention to some people I've known in the past who I consider them to be successful. So I just didn't. I didn't try to glean it as much from them as I could have, or even really ask them. I didn't. I kind of figured they're over me. They're over me, so they're not going to want to talk to me. But they probably would have. I can think of one guy right now who there's a whole group of guys around resellers. I mean, they were auction resellers, so I mean they didn't really they bought at auctions and they sold mostly in shops and stuff like that. There was a little bit of eBay back then, but I went there to this auction place and I was talking to this one fella, and I went and I learned what I went there to learn, what I went there to ask the guy, and then I wanted to leave. I went to leave, and the guy says, "Well, sure, don't sit down. You can't learn nothing from us." And I looked at him, and I gotta go. But I should have made time to sit down with them guys and learn something from them. So that was rude. of me. That was very rude of me. It was a long time ago, but that bothers me that I was rude, because I probably would have learned a lot if I would have just listened to them. So anyway, and then I got this one. This is by James Kramer. He's the guy on the... I think he's on... Is he on Fox? I don't know. He's on TV. He's a stock market guy on TV, and he's successful. So, and he's the co-founder of TheStreet.com. So, and he's successful. So I thought, if there's anything I can learn from somebody who's successful, even if it might not apply to what I'm doing. I mean, he does the stock market and stuff. So I don't really have enough money to mess with that too awful much. A little bit, but not much. But anyway, so I bought those, and those are probably my most important purchase of the day. I should say that. And then I have something else I want to show you, but it's in the other room. So, one moment. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Now, when I saw this at the niche, I got really excited, because I've been looking for this thing for at least 15 years. And I have never, ever seen it at a yard sale or a thrift store or anywhere. And at one point, they were selling online for between $100 and $200. They were over $200 new. So they went very well. I'm a bit disappointed now, because I see they're only selling around $30. I paid $2, but it's not for selling. I bought this for learning. I probably will sell it eventually. I don't know. It depends on how much fun I have with it. But it's for fun, and it is the game Cash Flow. Now, this is only the box top, because my wife and I started playing it tonight, and it's fun. It takes a little bit to learn, and we don't really know that much about it yet, but it already seems like a lot of fun. I'm already learning things from it. So if you get a chance to get one of those, go ahead. I think you can play it online too. I saw something online, so you might even be able to play it online, which is why it's probably much cheaper now in board game. You may actually be able to play it online, I might look that up myself. So anyway, that came from the niche. What else did I get from the niche? It was that. Oh yeah, and this. I got this at the niche, and of course, you know why I got this. I got it for the lid. That's the only reason I bought it, was for the lid. So the game was $2. I think this was 50 cents at the niche. So I got that for the lid. That's the only reason I bought it. And then I bought these. I bought these at the niche. There's 6 of these plates. I paid $5 for all of them. And I believe they are Whitehall, Indiana Whitehall, or something like that. I believe that's I always want to say Cubist or Fostoria, but Cubist is Jeanette, so they might be Jeanette. 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 They could be Jeanette. I don't remember exactly which one it was when I looked them up, but they're not super good, but and I don't actually remember. I don't want to tell you. I don't want to quote you a price and have it not be right, but I don't really like selling big heavy glassware like that, so I'm going to say it was probably at least 30 that somebody else had sold. I think it was a set of 4, and I have 6, so, or it might have been 25 that they sold it for. So I'm gonna probably put it at 50, maybe higher. I don't know, but I can always put it higher, and I can always come down. So we'll see. But anyway, so that's what I got at the niche, and then I went from the niche. I went over to Mansfield because I needed to get gas for my mower, because I was going mowing yesterday. So cutting grass. So I needed to get some gas. So I stopped at the yard sale shack on the way over there, and because I'd seen this on Friday when I was there, but I forgot to bring cash with me, so I couldn't buy it. I bought this while I was over there, and it is what it is. It's like a gigantic, heavy thing full of, I think for the most part, it's all Barbie stuff. So, it was $8 for that, and I mean, you Barbie people, you probably you probably know. I don't know. I see different. There's a cassette player down in here. Here's this thing. It's a cassette player with a radio. It's an old boombox. It's got a little wind up on the back. Okay. Look, I wound it up. You can see the reels in there moving around. It's not playing any music though. No, I don't even know. There's no speaker, so it's just a wind up, I think. I don't know if it's Barbie or not. I have to look it up, but that's just the neatest thing. It's pretty neat. So I can't really tell, but yeah, that was cool. And then I mean, there's this other boombox in here. It's a cassette player, but it's just plastic kind of stuff. And there's a ton of shoes in here. There's a guitar. You know, a boatload of these little doll brushes and that stuff. So I'm gonna guess. I saw somebody sold I think it was a lot of hangers. There's a bunch of hangers in little plastic clothes hangers. Somebody sold like a lot of those for like $10, and they sold some shoes for a lot of shoes or something for like $20. So I'm gonna guess that there's probably one or two things in here that are probably that are gonna be, well, I don't know. It's such a huge thing, and the really important thing is I'm gonna learn a lot. I don't typically like to deal with Barbie stuff, but if I can learn a few things just doing the research on these, I should do well just on that. So that was a great find. I was glad that I could get it while I was there. And what else did I buy while I was there? I bought that, and I bought something else. I don't remember what it was though. Pretty sure it was something else. Something I got. Don't remember. So then I went to a yard sale down in town after I went to the gas. Well, I didn't go to the gas station. I went to the gas station last. I passed the gas station because I had to get to the post office. The problem is the post office in Mansfield closes at noon on Saturday. The one in Wellsboro closes at 1. But I always forget that, and I went to Mansfield to go to the post office, and I missed it. I missed the post office. So I didn't have to have the stuff out, but I figured if I was going that way, I could get it out. So then I went to a yard sale right down by the post office there, and I picked up these. I always buy these, the Great Illustrated Classics. I always buy these, and I sell them in lots. And if you've watched my videos for any length of time, you've seen me probably sell 2 or 3 lots of these. Large lots of books. I mean, I have to get them pretty cheap, but if I can sell, a lot of, like 20 of these for $40 or $50, that's a deal. So I just keep buying them, and I set them aside till I probably have 6 or 7 right now. That probably makes that, unless there's doubles there. But anyway, so we'll see. And then I bought these. These were 50 cents at that yard sale. There's two of these butterfly wall mount candle holders. I don't know. I mean, they're butterflies, they're candle holders, they're brass. 50 cents. I mean, there's 50 cents just in scrap right there. So I can't really lose on that. So I'm figuring, I don't know. I'm probably gonna list them. I'm thinking when I list them that I'm gonna probably put 20 on them and see what happens. If you think I should do more or whatever, let me know. And then I rooted through the box set. I always root through the box of toys. They're a quarter each. So I got Woody, a Pez, So I don't know what my addiction is. I think it has something to do with eBay. If you know the history of eBay, you know the importance of Pez. And so I make a point of picking up Pez, and then I'll put them in a lot, and I'll sell. If you get older Pez, especially ones with no feed, some of them are really good. So, or were, they may not be. It's been so long. But anyway, I just grabbed it because I just do. And then I picked up all these guys here. These are all They're all little. They're all Fisher Price little people. There's Mickey. Why is that doing that? Okay, and then there's Pluto, and there's another. This is a chicken. Just a chicken. It looks like a little blonde-haired farmer dude, and he's another little people, little Fisher Price little people, and then there's another little people. I think they're like a chunky people. I think something like that. I don't know, but because of the way they are. But yeah. So I got so that was my yard sale stuff that I got, and I'll put those in there because they'll just go like in a lot. And that's basically kind of what that yard sale was for me, was buying stuff to put into lots. So then I went to my neighbor's closet. I went to my neighbor's closet. It's a thrift store. I actually went to Goodwill too, but I didn't find anything at Goodwill that I wanted. So, but I got this. This is a Pyrex. It's a fiery orange or something like that. Fire orange or something. It's the small one. It's so I don't know how great it is. I think I have another one in this set. So, but I paid $3 for this. So, and it's just Pyrex. So they're getting harder and harder and harder to get and find. So I'm not, that $3 don't bother me a bit, even if I have to hold on to it for a while. So then I bought this. This is a cool tie. I don't mess with ties too much, so you could probably laugh at me if I shouldn't have bought it, because I really don't know. Pavone, made in Italy, it says, and it's got a little peacock on there. And then on the other end it says 100% silk, made in Italy, dry clean only. So it's kind of a nice, I mean, the nice colors and thing are there. There's a nice contrast. It kind of speaks pretty loud. So I don't know what they go for. I mean, I did see that there was some of those selling. I didn't see one like this, so they were like $10 to $20 or something like that. So I'll be happy with that because I paid $1 for it. So, and that was at my neighbor's closet. And then I bought this Superfection game. If it works, I could get $25 to $30 for it. It cost me $2 if it works. I know all the pieces are there. I counted them, so I know all the pieces are there. Oh, and then I bought, yeah. So, and I got this. It is a giant Farberware lid. I mean, it's a big one, huge one. That was $1 for that one. And all I have to do with this is I already have a listing up that has Farberware lids. All I have to do is measure it and stick it in. I don't think I have any this big, so I might need to change the. I might need to go in and revise it and change the variations to include this one. And then I got a pair of Reselling lids. This one was 50 cents. This one was 50 cents. There I am on the computer. So there they are. And that's the same thing. I'm pretty sure I have a thing of replacements up for this. Again, I may have to revise them to include these sizes. So, and then I don't get a lot for them. $11, $12, something like that, I think, for them. So, and I picked up this Alpha Sigma Tau. I think there was a guy there that were at the Vince was at the thrift store, and I think he told me that the middle one is an S, and I think he said it was Sigma. So he actually, I think he was I know he worked at a college. I think he was a professor. I'm not sure. About one of the coolest dudes I've ever met in my life. But it has some scratches on it. The lettering there is a decal on there, and there's a scratch on it, like it came apart or something, got pushed back on. I paid $0.25 for it. It's a double shot, and that's what I said to him. I said Alpha Sigma Tau, and he said, "Oh, it's not a fraternity, it's a sorority." And I went, "What's a sorority girl doing with a double shot?" And he just laughed. Said, "Okay." So he knows more than I do, I guess. So anyway, I'm gonna let that go. Let's see what else we got. Okay, I got books. I got J.D. Salinger hardcover, nine stories. It's just a book. It's a book club edition. But somebody had that. Some bookseller had $35 on that in the corner. I wonder where that came from that they had that price on it. I don't know what it should. I'm pretty sure it should go $10-15 typically. I usually get like $7 or $8, I think, for paperbacks. But it's been a while since I've had one of these, so I'm not positive on those prices anymore. Everything fluctuates. And then Catherine Kurtz, she's like a fantasy writer. So I did not find this exact hardcover, but the books they're a quarter a piece. So I just grabbed it because I thought maybe somebody might want it. Again, that's going to be some kind of book club edition, some sci-fi edition. Yeah, it's a book club edition, so but people still look for them. So, and then I bought, and you're probably gonna laugh, but and maybe maybe these don't sell anymore either, but they used to, and it hasn't been that long since I sold some of these, so it's within the last 6 months probably, and I found a few other ones, so I have more to add to this group of them. But I want to get them all out here so I can show you the stack that I got. I think that's it. Might be more, I don't know. They are romance books. You laugh. They're romance books. Even worse. I think they're silhouette. But America's publisher of contemporary, Silhouette. But they're First Love. They are First Love from Silhouette. They are like teen books. Mostly, I think, from the 80s. And they sell pretty good. They actually sell, or they did anyway. The ones that I've had in the past have sold, probably of all the romance books, they probably sell the best at my last foray into it. Now, like I said, I remember selling Nora Roberts' books when she wrote for, I think it was Harlequin, when she wrote for Harlequin before she got real big. She was in those things too, and there were some early books that she had you just couldn't get. You couldn't get them at the time when she was super popular, and people were trying to get her old books, but they hadn't been reissued. Now they've been reissued, so that this story doesn't work anymore. They've been reissued, so people have found them and read them, and the prices have been destroyed by the reissue. But there were old Nora Roberts romance books that you could get $50 to $100 for them each. Okay. And I went to an auction, and there were boxes of romance books there, boxes of them that had never been opened. That somebody had been in that thing and just kept getting those books month after month after month after month, and didn't ever read them. And this was in a fire hall, and I went to this auction at this fire hall. Nobody wanted them. Nobody wanted these boxes of romance books. And the auctioneer finally said, "Who'll give me $1 for all these?" I put my hand up because I sold books. Nobody bid on them except me. So I got all of them for $1. I made at least $1,000. At least $1,000 on those romance books. So mostly on the Nora Roberts books. Mostly on the Nora Roberts ones. So there's money everywhere out there. You don't think there is, but there's money out there. Now, granted, that was a long time ago and things have changed. So these are the Time Life books. They are the Third Reich. So the Heel of the Conqueror and Barbarossa. I'm not sure what that is. What aspect of that is. And I actually used to read about World War II quite a bit when I was younger. And I don't remember that name for whatever it is, but that's not surprising. So anyway, those are kind of a I will probably, I paid a quarter a piece. I will probably price them at 10-15 a piece. I did see that somebody had sold that Barbarossa one for a decent price. I can't remember exactly what it was, but they actually got a pretty decent price for just that one. But then other people were selling the whole set for kind of cheap, comparatively to that. So hard to say. It may take a while to get anything out of them, but I'm willing to sit on them. So it's not a problem for me. And then what do we get? Oh, Tyler, the Welcome to Tyler series. I just gather these up. I don't really think I should be doing it, but I do. And then if I get the whole set, I'll sell them. I'll sell them as a set. Typically, they don't sell very well if they're not in the set. So we'll see how that works out. I may end up donating them all the ones I have if they don't sell anymore. But I'll look them up again and see where that's at with that. So, all right, what else we got? All right, the rest is videotapes. I picked up. These were a quarter a piece, and let's see. Let's see what we got here. I'll show you first what we got. All right. The first thing that I'm going to show you is this one. It's Hard and Heavy. Hard Heavy Volume 4. This is metal bands from the 80s. Yeah, Brighton Rock, who I never heard of. Why would you... The front shows Bon Jovi, Vixen, Europe, Great White, LA Guns, Aerosmith, Skid Row. 80 minutes plus of uncensored video, music, interviews, and more. And this is volume 4. I don't know if it's any good or not. And on the back, it's got Sacred Reich, Faster Pussycat, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're not... I didn't think the Red Hot Chili Peppers were... I don't think you fit them into hard rock or heavy metal. That's a different crew, ain't it? I thought. I might be wrong. I guess. Anyway, yeah. So that's kind of old. I don't know what the deal is there, but hopefully it's good for something. Maybe not. You never know. And then for a quarter, I just grabbed it and stuck it in my bag. And then I picked up these Lords of the Ring. This is Wrestling from the... I don't know which one it is. Pro Wrestling Illustrated. Wrestling... Oh... I can't tell what breed this is. Superstars and Super Bouts. I don't think it's WDW, whatever they are, AWB, or I don't know what them things are. I see Ric Flair on the front. I see Demolition on here. I think it's either Demolition, maybe it's the Road Warriors. That's probably the Road Warriors, isn't it? See, I do know a little bit about wrestling. Old stuff, older stuff from the 80s, mostly. Yeah, so they don't say it's 60 minutes. There's that one, and then there's WCW Greatest Grudges. Looks like Sting on the front there. Sting and... I don't know who the other guy is. I think it's Sting. Anyway, then that actually is the first Bunkhouse Stampede. I don't know if you remember that WCW. I don't know. And then Masters of Mayhem. There's Masters of Mayhem. And that's got Randy Macho Man Savage, Rick Rude, the Junkyard Dog, the Road Warriors, Dirty White Boys, the Sheik, Midgets, and many more. So, I don't know if sometimes some of the wrestling ones are really, really good. Some of them, they're just lame. But 3 of them together, I ought to be able to get. If they're just lame ones, I'll probably just put $19.95 on the 3. See if I can get rid of them. And then it's just, after that, it's just, you just saw what I sold the other day was a boatload of VeggieTales. Well, I got some other VeggieTales that I hadn't had listed. So since I was buying them, I bought. There's a couple more of them. There's another VeggieTales there. And again, these were a quarter. So and there's another VeggieTales. I may already have these already. So I might have doubles of the ones that were doubled. Another VeggieTales. Very silly song. And then, of course, there's Barney tapes, which I have a big lot of them listed. There's another Barney tape. So maybe I can add to my listing. Or at least add to my next listing. And I picked up this Dr. Seuss just because I like Dr. Seuss, you know? I like Dr. Seuss. So Liz Howe commented. Hey, thanks, Liz. She commented on my video, I think, that I just put up. Interesting hauls. That's cool. Cheers. Cheers, Liz. And then the Blues Big Band. That's neat when I'm doing a video like this and then I can see somebody comment on it. That's pretty cool. So give you a little shout out. Say hi. Hi. Blues Clues. I don't know. It's weird with these Blues Clues ones. I've tried to sell them single, I think, before and didn't do very well, but I see people selling them for singles for $4, $7, $8 a piece. I'd rather just, if I could get a bunch of them and put them all in one lot. I'd rather do that. And then this kid's character choices count, and it's got the banana guys in there. Bananas and pajama guys. I don't know if that's Wishbone. Yeah, Wishbone's in here too. That's neat. So my kids liked Wishbone when they were little. So a bunch of kids videos. So alright, and that's basically that was my Saturday haul, but I wanted to make sure I shared all that with you guys. Just so you see the stuff, just so you see what I bought. Hopefully you can see what I bought, and then within the next few weeks I'll get it listed and you can see as it sells what I get for the stuff. So that's that's kind of neat in doing that. So yeah. That's about it. Again, nothing really super, unless I find out something cool about this Barbie stuff. You know, if there's something cool in there that I can get a boatload for. The rest of this is just stuff. Just stuff. This is the rest of the stuff is the stuff that pays my bills. To be honest with you, this is. I mean, if I just waited around for big stuff to sell, the more expensive stuff to sell, I wouldn't be able to pay my bills. So yeah, it would be nice if I had more stuff that was worth more money, and I could only pick that. And if I only picked that stuff, that'd be great. The only problem is that I don't find that stuff that much. I mean, that cash flow game used to be really good, but it's going to be 15 years to find it. You know, so now it's only $30. Of course, I'm gonna play it. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, sometimes you find the home runs. Sometimes you do find some good home runs, but sometimes you manufacture your own. So, and again, typically, if a baseball team only hits home runs, they're not going to win a lot. If they can't hit singles and they can't hit doubles, and if they can't hit the singles, they're not gonna get the RBIs, and they're not gonna win. So, all right, that's my haul. So, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and should get this uploaded tomorrow, which for you doesn't matter. So, yeah, okay, bye.